Good morning, good morning. It is a rainy day here in Tallahassee, and I am in my house, cozy and warm, because we are going to have some cooler weather. And we may even be having some snow, some predictions of that as well. Can you imagine? In Tallahassee, here we have snow, but it happened a year ago, January. I actually took video of it happening. So it was really exciting and really wonderful to have snow in Tallahassee. Yay! So today is really exciting. This whole month has been exciting. Hey, Deborah and Sue. Yay, I gotcha. What has really been exciting is all the things that are happening. All the things that are wonderful that are going around us right now. This positive energy of the shift. And yes, we are shifting. And that's what I really want to talk to you about today. And talk about it in more detail. Because we've been hearing about it and we've been watching the Saturn, Jupiter slowly move together in the sky to actually look like one bright planet or star shining. And that's going to happen tomorrow. There's a lot of events online. I know that I'm going to be observing at noon several, hey Pamela, gotcha. I'm going to be observing several, actually not participating in them, but observing them. And that's Colette Barron-Reed has one, and Maya White has one as well. And they are also fantastic in terms of what they're going to be bringing into this. So I made some notes this morning, and because I really wanted to get the emphasis and the understanding of what's really happening. So right now the sun is at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, and it is moving into Aquarius tomorrow. Now, what does that mean? Capricorn, I'm sorry. Ooh, Capricorn tomorrow, because it is the winter solstice. Hello. So we're going to have the winter solstice tomorrow, and it is Jupiter, Saturn coming together tomorrow at 0 degrees Aquarius on the winter solstice. Now, that's a whole change of energy, because that means tomorrow is the shortest day of daylight, and then we move slowly into the light after that. So today the sun is at 29 degrees Sagittarius, moves into Capricorn tomorrow. There is no 30 degrees. It goes 0 to 29. Hey, Angie. It goes 0 to 29. So it's at 29 now. So the next step is for it to move into Capricorn. This is the official ending of the fall season and the beginning of the winter season. And that's happening at 5:03 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Now, again, the shortest day of the year, as we know. Mercury will be ending today its run through Capricorn, Sagittarius, moving into Capricorn, and that's happening this afternoon at 6:08 p.m. Eastern. Today, the moon is in Pisces. We have that wonderful, loving, giving holiday energy. Our purpose now is love in the season of giving, and the Pisces moon today is really bringing that to us, bringing it fully to us. But I really wanted to talk about, let me just grab my cards here real quick. I didn't have them handy. I really wanted to talk today about that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, because we know them as planets. Hey, Alyssa, we know them as planets. I'm so happy to see you, Elisa. My goodness. So we know them as planets, but what do they mean in terms of ourselves? And after I explain this, this is why you will see in the comments the reading that I have been called to do. It was given to me like at 3:30 in the morning, one of those times when you get up in the middle of the night. And I'm shuffling the cards now because I'm going to be drawing some cards as we talk. So it was interesting to have this given to me. And it's going to be an hour reading, and it doesn't have to be happening just by tomorrow. It can happen at any time, because this energy is going to last a minimum of a year, because Jupiter stays in a sign for a year and Saturn's in a sign almost 3 years. So here we have it. And pardon me for looking down as much, but I wanted to really make sure I covered everything and had the full understanding of what's going on now. So Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, and the planet Jupiter is about growth. And interesting. Okay, as I said, I'm drawing cards as we talk. So Jupiter is about justice. It's about growth and faith and beliefs, and especially expansion. It's about that creativity, that inventiveness. It's about that moving out. Jupiter is expansion. Now, that can work both ways, depending upon, it can be in your second house of money, and you can think, I'm going to be receiving a lot of money, but it also could mean that you have a lot of expenditures as well. So it can go both ways. But the point is, it is expansive, and it is about learning. There is no forcing you under Jupiter. When you have a Mars aspect, like Mars has been in Aries now for almost a year, it leaves January 7th. That has been forcing us to make changes and do different things. And we really kind of needed that this past year with all that's been happening. We were forced into making personal adjustments and changes to our behavior because we needed to. But Jupiter doesn't do that. Good morning, Catherine. Jupiter doesn't do that. Jupiter doesn't force you. It convinces you. It shows you what the benefits are of moving forward or changing your behaviors or changing directions. So Jupiter gives you the faith that all is going to work out for your highest good. And that's a beautiful thing. Jupiter gives us that faith, that knowing that all is working out for our highest good. And in that space of knowing that it's all working out for your highest good, you are attracting to you what will work the best for you to fulfill your desires. Now, this is a beautiful law of attraction event that's happening right now. Now, that's why I posted the reading, because it's really important to understand then the relationship between Jupiter and Saturn. So it's about, if we say that Jupiter is about beliefs are what govern our lives. And, you know, as Abraham says, beliefs are just a thought that we keep on thinking. And we can change that by changing our thought to something else. But this is about the beliefs that we have that govern our lives. And Saturn rules the accomplishments of those beliefs. So here we have them together, and they become complementary. And with that, the card that I drew was the Two of Wands, which is about getting that message out into the world, that whole passionate level of expansion. And that's exactly what Saturn does. So I'm going to leave that card over to the side, because I don't know why, but as I was making the notes for today so that I could give you the full amount of information, I was asked to draw a card for each sign and planet that I talk about, along with the conjunction itself and the winter solstice. So Aquarius is all about freedom. And that's where Saturn and Jupiter now will be. They are there already, and they will come together at 0 degrees Aquarius tomorrow as the sun moves into Capricorn on the winter solstice. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So it connects all the higher realms. And Uranus is actually the higher energy, the higher vibration of Mercury. So it is about connection. And it is about uplifting. Where if we have some Pluto aspects, or we can even have a Saturn aspect, it's about making us do what we have to do. And, you know, it's not forced necessarily, but it's that, oh my God, these are the choices that I have, and I really do have to follow this to end up for my highest good. But it's not that uplifting. We don't go fall down in any sense. We are uplifted. It's about lightening up. It's about following the light. And let's face it, the winter solstice. This is now the shortest day of light for the year, and we now move into greater light, and the light starts to increase. So this even follows along with what we've been talking about this. So we're uplifted. Uranus is uplifting. So it's about network, and Aquarius is about network and friendships. And when I say uplifting and lightening up, it's about electric, and Uranus does rule electricity and the internet, and excitement. The excitement of doing something creative and different. It's inclusion and autonomy. It's hopes and dreams and innovation, and it's the invisible ties that keep us connected. That is Aquarius. Aquarius naturally rules the 11th house of the zodiac, and the 11th house of the zodiac is about our social organizations and hopes and wishes. So Jupiter in Aquarius, you're unlimited. I don't even want to say the sky's the limit, because that creates a limit. You are unlimited with Jupiter in Aquarius. Nothing is there to prevent you from achieving your potential. Nothing. Only you. But as far as having it all and knowing it all, you have it. You know it. And if you don't know it, that's where Saturn comes in. Your behavior or your approach while Jupiter was in Capricorn was totally different. You were more restricted, more limited. And we were. We have been that way this past year. But now that it moves into Aquarius, it opens up. It opens up totally. And Jupiter, the planet of expansion, now being in Aquarius, there is no limit. So be ready to co-create with the universe. Dare to fly to whatever place you want, to the moon and beyond. That's the potential and the power that you have. Whatever it is. Now, where it is in your chart is where the emphasis will be placed. And that's why I have that special reading. Because to me, I had no choice. I know we always have a choice. I could say no to the universe, but that wasn't the choice I was going to make. So when that download came to me that I'm supposed to offer this was all about receiving your natal chart, seeing where Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct in your chart, where they will be, where you will feel that effect over the next year plus, and it being on the winter solstice as well. So you'll have a full hour reading, also to set intentions, get the recording, have a single tarot card reading as well, plus your chart. So there's a lot involved, and it's normally $197 and it's only $97. So I normally don't go a half price or less, but yes, absolutely. That's what I was called to do. So Jupiter conjunct Saturn. They are complementary to each other. Jupiter is all the ideas and Saturn is the structure. Saturn creates that structure. Let's face it, if we go off in Jupiter's expansion without having some kind of structure, there's not necessarily going to be a lot accomplished. We're just going to be flying high, doing whatever, but there isn't necessarily the possibility of achieving your desires, what you want to accomplish, if there isn't some kind of structure. So we do need both. We really do need both. So this complementary energy is expansion and contraction. It's rules and freedom. It's a balance of enthusiasm and experience. Putting those two together in the house that they show up in your chart is an unbelievable, powerful place. So you're going to learn how to do whatever it is that you want to learn how to do. All those ideas and that creativity that Jupiter gave you, you're going to learn how to do that. But you're going to learn how to do it with the structure of Saturn. So with that, let me pull this card. Okay, first, interesting, because the structure of Saturn, the card came out to be the Queen of Pentacles. And Pentacles is the earth sign. Saturn rules Capricorn. This is the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, actually she is the Taurus Queen. That's the ruler is Venus. But that card came out. And then let me draw one more, because I wanted to get Aquarius in here and that Uranus energy. Interesting. This is the Six of Swords, and this has shown up in a number of our readings. And this is about thoughts. So we have a choice. We can, with Uranus being so expansive, we can either go inward or accept the fact that we have that power and create. We have a choice. Do we want to have that self-confidence that we know what we're doing, because that comes from self-love, that comes from the knowing that the universe has our back, and that's what Uranus is about. So this talks about our having the choice of moving forward or just going slow and ignoring the wonderful signs and energy of the universe. Now, the next 200 years, the element will be air. We've been in earth energy for a long time. That's kept us grounded. That's kept us structured. Capricorn energy, especially as an earth energy, is about top down. Now the air energy and Aquarian energy for the next 200 are going to be bottom up. We're going to have more emphasis on community. And I'm so glad Catherine's on, because we had our online tarot gallery reading last week. Our group got together and we talked about this as well. And I said this is the first time in 800 years that Jupiter and Saturn have come together in Aquarius. So Catherine looked up what happened in the 1200s, and it was a signing of the Magna Carta, which was about bottom up, not top down. It was that everybody needs to follow the rules, including the king. And it was King John that signed that at that time, and he wasn't the best, is what Catherine has mentioned, because all the others were off at the Crusades or had died or whatever, but John was left, who was not the best of kings, and he was the one that did that, because probably he had no choice. Now, this is about bottom up. This is about listening to the people, the community. This is what we've been seeing already in what has been changing. Now, for now, and I had one more card to draw. Okay. Now, and then I still have Capricorn energy to talk about if we do this, but I really just wanted to do this right now for just getting this in place, getting all of this in place. We have the Two of Wands with our energy, our message going out into the universe. We have the Queen of Pentacles, who is about abundance, and this is expansion, along with the structure of a Saturn. The structure of a Saturn. So we have that reaping the abundance, the expansion and the reaping the abundance, yet the structure of Saturn. We have the choice to move forward with this Aquarian energy, or just let it pass us by and slowly drift into our own little life, which is fine. There is no judgment in that. What I'm saying is that you have the opportunity, and the energy is there to support you to move forward and be expansive. And when we have this conjunction, we have the Princess of Pentacles. Again, earth energy, yes, but about planting the seeds and making them happen. And that's what Saturn and Jupiter coming together are. They are complementary. They are creating this space for us to move forward, to have the brilliant ideas, and being in that wonderful, creative, attracting space of allowing and alignment, the answers that we need and the structure that we need to move forward with those plans comes before us. Now, this is exciting. Now, for me, I'm just going to briefly say, because for me, Aquarius rules my 7th house of partnerships and legal agreements and contracts. And it's all levels of partnerships. It's not just romantic partners, it's business as well. I have always been one that enjoys working with others to create whatever it happens to be. That's what Angie and I are doing with Tarot Flow, which I absolutely love because that's a creative space. And our next Tarot Flow is in January. Our last one was December 14th, I think, 12th, December 12th. And it was an amazing time that we had together with the oils that Angie created. So, which is part of Tarot Flow. The online tarot gallery reading that we had, and I do have some more openings for Thursday night, and I do want to let you know that. I have 2 more openings for Thursday night at 7 o'clock, the 3rd Thursday, and it is a fantastic group. And just to let you know, there's only 2 left for online tarot gallery reading. It is a subscription, so that's really important. And the 2 readings that I think really apply. There's also the Year Ahead 2021 and this one that applies to this major event tomorrow. Now, I know that there are a lot of other things happening around that that honor this event. Like I said, I've signed up for a couple, so I'm going to have to see which ones will be part of what I'm doing. But it's really exciting. Think about, and I want you to really, I hope you really feel this creative energy that's happening right now. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes, the online tarot gallery, Ruth, yes, it was. We actually ended up being together over an hour, and because we normally try to keep it at an hour. But there was so much happening with the readings that it would have been an injustice to just gloss them over. And the application of each card to each person, not just their own single card, the overlap was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yes, it was. Right, Sue. It was. Wasn't it? It was really great. Okay. So, Deborah, your card. And if I've forgotten anything, Ruth, please tell me. Write me a note if I've forgotten anything. I did do public, though. Yay! I did it. Okay. All right. Sue, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Pentacles. Normally, this is called the Miser card. I do not... Hey, Mindy. I'm not applying this to you. That would never be a word that I would choose to describe you. You are not that. This is just the general framework of this card. This is about, because it relates to money, but this is not just money. This is how it relates to you and how you are within your family. You are honoring the flow in and out of money for you right now. It's not, let me see if I want to be able to put this into words, that what I'm receiving. It's the appreciation that you have for what you possess. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. We love having our home. We love having a card that can take us different places. And now, of course, you've moved and you're here in Tallahassee. And it's wonderful having you here. But this is honoring that abundant energy and holding it dear to you with appreciation. I hope that makes sense, Sue. It's not about the fact that, hoarding. It has nothing to do with that. It shows the love and appreciation and the honoring that you have of who you are, what you possess, your world in essence, what is around you. Just being able to totally appreciate that. That's what's really good. That's what's really wonderful. I like this. And Sue, if that wasn't clear enough, message me after this and we can make it more clear. Okay? Oh, sorry, Deborah. Oh my God. So I said Deborah and I spoke to Sue because Sue's name came up. Okay. So this has to be for both of you then. And I'll still do another card for both of you. I apologize. Thank you, Angie, because I saw Sue and I started to say Deborah. So evidently this was supposed to be for Sue. So, but it's also for both. It's a very grounding, peaceful, loving energy of holding on to what you value. Holding it in a loving place, not hoarding. I hope that's clear. Let me do another card and maybe it will be more clear. Okay, so I'm just going to take the next one. So this is both Sue and Deborah because, hey, there are no accidents in life. So here we go. King of Wands. This is possessing that energy. The King of Wands is the Aries king. And it's interesting that these two then are together. This is being fully in charge of who you are, again, what you possess, how you share, how you hold it dear to you, how you administer it, if you will, how you appreciate it, in what behaviors you use for yourself to appreciate what you have. And it can be knowledge. It doesn't have to be stuff. It can be knowledge. It's absolutely the knowledge of expressing to others, because King of Wands, fire sign, passion and purpose and your higher self, your spirit. So it's about honoring that as well, and being not miserly, as that other card might be named, but in being generous to share that wealth that you have. Excuse me, the wealth that you have within these two cards. I see you doing that, both of you within your business. I mean, Sue, you with the fascination factor, and Deborah with doTERRA oils, the way that you share that to uplift. And that's what this is about, because it's about your higher self, your higher spirit. It's also saying that it's okay to like doing that, to honor that, to pat yourself on the back and say, yeah, I've done a good job with that. That's what this is all about. Do not hold back that feeling of appreciation for what you do, and feeling that you touch people's lives, that feeling that you have a purpose and you're accomplishing it. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with money, it has to do with how you uplift, because it's fire sign, uplifting light. So I hope that makes sense, because I'm getting like a whole bunch of stuff dropping in, and then it's trying to come together with my trying to express it. If that was not clear enough, please message me and I will do my best to make that better. Okay. Yes, I did share what I received, and it just was interesting. Okay, Pamela, thank you for being so patient. I appreciate you. Interesting how that worked out. I never cease to be amazed by the universe. Never. Okay, Pamela. And again, I do hope you, yeah, I know it is interesting. Okay, Pamela, I don't know if you've had this before, but this is the Fool. So that means whatever you've been planning, just get out there and do it. And you know tarot, so you know what this means. That means having that, and so this is that Jupiter. This is that Aquarian energy of the insights coming in, wanting to do it. And sometimes we do have to take that leap and trust that Saturn, that structure, that know-how will come to us, because we trust that the universe has our back. And that's what this little dog is, a spirit. So we trust that the universe has our back. So that means fear can't be part of this. There is no fear with this. It's about just getting out there and doing it and allowing it to fall into place just as it's supposed to do. Okay, one more card. It was interesting about those other card readings. Don't know what that was about, but evidently I'm not questioning the universe, so I'm just going to go with, let me do this. Okay. This has been the main theme of the clients that I work with and the readings that I've done, and it all relates to love. This is the Prince of Cups. This is, his cup is full. It's about pure love. We've had this card before. And this is the basis of this season. But it all starts with loving yourself first. And that has been the theme of many clients that I've been working with. And it's learning to love yourself, appreciate who you are, know that you are your best friend. You are your best to you. You are your best support. You are your best everything. And loving yourself enough to let you be you. Wow. Loving yourself enough to allow yourself to be you. And this really is, and this is my word for 2021, is alignment. This past year it was focus. And I thought about using the word allow, but alignment is a higher energy of allow, and alignment covers everything, I think, because it has to do with that connection with spirit. So whatever your word for 2021 is, create the foundation of love to activate it, whatever that happens to be. I hope that you will either gift someone the solstice reading, and Carol, you had asked the question about how long this energy lasts. The event happens tomorrow, but this energy about them being in the same sign, Jupiter and Saturn are going to be in the same sign for at least a year. Saturn takes almost 3 years to be in a sign, and Jupiter usually about 12 to 13 months. So by the end of the year, I believe this time, by December, when I looked at the ephemeris, December of 2021 is when Jupiter will then leave Aquarius and move into Pisces. So, but Saturn will still be in Aquarius. So yes, this reading, though it's the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction and solstice, is not just tomorrow and it ends. This energy is going to last a while. And with this energy, we create the foundation of how we want to move forward. And that's the most important part. That's what really, really counts. Whatever you're doing, create it in love. Create it with that foundation, whatever it happens to be, because it has to be yours. It has to be personally yours, not apply to anybody else. But create it in love, and that's what this card is saying. Have a wonderful Sunday. If you're local, stay dry, because it's supposed to rain all day, and get cool, and maybe even snow on Christmas here in Tallahassee. And remember, joy has your name on it. Have a great day. Bye now.